Hi, Fee Tui Win here, and welcome back to another segment of Tea with Fee. In this episode, we continue with another powerful story to help shift your perspective and experience of those situations when you're experiencing strong negative emotions that are difficult for you to deal with. So if you have not made yourself your favorite mug of tea, pause the video, go make your tea, come back, snuggle up, relax, and allow us 5 more minutes to explore this powerful story together and the teaching that it provides to help you shift those difficult experiences in your life. The second story has to do with someone who punishes herself when she does something that she's very disappointed with herself for. And the way she punishes herself is she pinches herself, and sometimes because of her nails, she'll puncture her skin. And so it's a very detrimental habit that she has in terms of showing herself how disappointed she is with her behavior, with the outcome of certain experiences in her life. And as I've shared in the last video with my meditation teacher, he's able to listen with such kindness in the presence of that story. And when the story, after it was shared, there was no judgment from him. In fact, he looked at her and he said, "You are such a good person." And it just, in a way, disarmed her because she didn't think of the way she was punishing herself and how bad she considered herself being to receive that kind of punishment being the reason that she was a good person. And so he went on to explain why, in her act of, I'm going to call it self-mutilation for ease of communication, in her act of self-mutilation, that she in fact is good because there's so much goodness inside of her. And that's why she wants to be able to do good in her life. And by not knowing how to show up and cultivate the goodness that she feels inside of herself, she has picked up this habit. And so instead of shaming her for engaging in this behavior, he totally bypasses it and sees underneath the quality of person that she is to propel her to engage in such an act. And it just brought so much tear to her and to myself as I was being a part of that experience. And his ability to see the good in everything brings goodness out in people, or helps them see that the goodness they have inside of them. And what I've learned, in the example of these two stories is underneath every single negative emotion, difficult situation that we experience, there's actually a quality of good to it. Let's say if I feel guilty because I said something unkind, and that guilt is such a burden to me, and I can fight and resist the guilt, or I can go underneath and realize that I'm a really good person, because only a good person will feel that kind of guilt. And so instead of focusing my energy and being overwhelmed by guilt, in her case, being overwhelmed by this self-mutilation habit that she's engaging herself in, to shift and see, oh my gosh, I am such a good person. And by focusing my attention in towards my goodness, that goodness will be allowed to grow and to blossom and to help take care of the difficult situations that I find myself in. And so he encouraged her to focus on her goodness instead of punishing herself